Hi guys, welcome to a new video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Toshiba Chromebook 2. And this is just an overview, it's not a full review. We're just going to have a look at the device and the stuff that it offers. First of all, let's have a look at the design. It looks very much like another laptop. Yes, it has a very similar design to the MacBook Air, with one key distinction, which is that it's made of plastic, right? And not the best build quality. I mean, it's got a white base, doesn't look great on the bottom, but with every caveat of a device like this, you've got to consider the price. This is a quarter of the price of something like a MacBook Air, and so when you think, oh, it's made of plastic, well, £220, right? And you get something that's really quite slim. It's thicker than a MacBook Air, but you can see it has a very similar tapered design. But it has some advantages. First of all, the ports are just outstanding. You've got USB 3.0, HDMI, you've got Kensington lock there, a headphone port of course, already more ports than the new MacBook. You then have an SD card reader, USB 2.0 port, and a charging port. So that in total it has 6 ports, right? With a device like this, £220, it's actually quite hard to go wrong, because even if it's not great, it's really cheap. It's cheaper than most phones, it's cheaper than, I believe, the lowest end iPad. And it's got an 11-inch screen, you can see here, I'll show you the screen here. And it's got a nice keyboard. The keyboard, in all honesty, is quite a weak point. The travel, there's almost no travel. You press it and it's done. The trackpad, again, a weak point. It's a bit like the MacBook trackpad where you move around. This plastic, it's not glass, so it's not very smooth. There's quite a lot of friction and it makes quite a lot of sound. The clicking mechanism is fine. You've got, I believe you have right click. I don't actually know if Chrome OS has right click. Yeah, you just do like you would on a Mac. You press that to right click. And it's got Skull Candy audio. Haven't actually tested the audio out yet. But again, this really is a device you can't go wrong with. I mean, it got Verge Best Chromebook Award. They did their video on that, and this is the best Chromebook you can buy apparently, according to them. And this is the only Chromebook I've experienced. But I think I can agree. I can see where they're coming from. The price is great, but it's not just the price. It's really solid. I mean, if this was £300, I would still consider this. The only real question is, should you get the Chromebook or Windows laptop at this price point? And you know, again, that's a decision you'll have to make. You obviously have the limitations of the Chrome OS. You know, you don't get full Office and native applications. You don't need a connection all the time. That's a myth out there that you always need internet, but it is rather limited without a connection. It has 16 gigs of flash storage on board, so it's fast, and it takes 7 seconds to boot. Let me just show you that. And I'll open the lid. It's turning on already, and there, 7 seconds. It's like an advert, and it still launches just by opening it. You don't have to press the power button. I think that's a really nice feature. Anyway guys, if you're not sold on this device, I don't think you ever will be, because it's really fantastic for the price. And I sound like a salesperson, but it's hard not to. It's a great price. It does have limited function, but you do have Google Docs. You can use Office 365, which for most people is fine. I mean, the real issue, like I said, is not having full native applications, but that's not really an issue in itself, because most people firstly don't need all of those applications, and those applications don't always need to be installed, right? So Photoshop, I believe there's a web version. Stuff like Skype, they're building a web version of that, and this device is supporting some Android apps. So really, the future looks bright for Chromebook, and this is the best one you can buy. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed, please press the like button and subscribe to see more.